Projectile DPS have been struggling. With the exception of Pharah and Echo, they haven't been performing too well since the Season 9 health changes. A lot of the old thresholds and combos of these characters got disrupted by the health buffs, and they kind of fell apart. Like how the Genji combo doesn't one-shot Tracer anymore, or how Mei Icicle also doesn't one-shot Tracer anymore. Oh, also, just to clarify, the 4 characters I'll be discussing are all projectile DPS, and this isn't a video about flex DPS, like the role in pro play. And with that being said, let's start with Genji. I really like Genji. This is my most played character, and what I'm suggesting for him isn't even anything that new. When Genji's good, Overwatch is good. He's one of the staple characters of the game for a reason, and he's unique as a projectile character because he doesn't revolve around spam. I was initially going to discuss buffing shuriken damage, but that's pretty contentious right now, so that can be for another time. Right now, Blade does 110 damage per swing, and you get a max of 9 swings without animation canceling. Right now, Blade just feels bad. It takes 3 swings to kill most characters, and certain characters like Cass are even harder to kill given their extra health and damage reduction. I think we should buff Blade to 130 damage. 2 swings from a Dragon Blade should secure an elimination, and 2 swings and a dash should kill characters with 300 health. But this is the most important thing that has to come if Blade gets buffed damage wise. Blade swings should no longer be affected by damage boost. This would just be like Hanzo Dragons, where boosting Hanzo doesn't increase the damage of the ult. But why? I have a secret as a Genji player. I hate Nano Blade. Nano Blade is so boring. It feels bad to die to, and it's not even like it takes that much skill. There is a lot more counters to it nowadays, but it's still just not interactive or fun. This is one of the main reasons I was a big fan of the Season 9 health changes, because it essentially killed Nano Blade because a swing and a dash didn't get kills anymore. Any day of the week, you show me a neutral Genji 3K, and I will react with so much more hype and enthusiasm than a boring Nano Blade 5K.
EQO's gonna come up huge right now. Everyone is weak. EQO with the blade, pulls it through, builds it up. Will it be enough? 1 kill, 2 kill. Are you kidding me? EQO now finds it with the third, and now it is overtime. XE moving.
Also, what I'm suggesting is maybe potentially lowering the swing speed or just capping it at what it is now so it doesn't get crazy in Carry Rush. And then this idea is something I remember Seagull talking about a few years ago. Okay, what about the other Shimada? I don't think Hanzo needs a lot of changes. He, as a character, is where I like him in terms of balance right now, and I appreciate how they got rid of his one-shot. Nothing felt worse than just getting spammed down main and dying to a Hanzo log. And I mean log, especially with the hitbox buff. It was crazy. I think they had to tone it down. So I'm fine with them getting rid of his one shot. They can bring it back if they want. It's up to them depending on what they feel like. I think they're considering bringing it back in some form. Really, it's just what Blizzard feels like. I'm fine with it either way, really. But I do have a really minor suggestion. I think when you walk into a recon arrow, you should get a detected kind of prompt on your screen, kind of like what Sombra does. Maybe this is just me, but I think it could help prevent frustration when you think you're safe and just kind of walking down main into a recon that you didn't know was there. And I think it can kind of just help letting you know when you have vision on you, right? Next, let's talk Mei. I like Mei. I think she's really fun to play, and her kit is very satisfying to use. Initially, when thinking about Mei, I thought that they should buff her right click to do 175 damage to the headshot again, so she could one-shot Tracer and, just get a one-shot, one body. But I can see why they haven't done that. If her headshot does do 175, then one headshot and one body would secure a kill on a lot of the cast, and that might be too powerful. They may have just not liked that where old Mei was. So what should we do? Mei probably needs a rework or some kind of refresher to her abilities to make her more dynamic in the 5v5 era of Overwatch, but I do have a simple suggestion. Give her the April Fool's change where she could use her primary fire to move faster on the ground like Frozone from Incredibles. It was a cool mobility where she had to use her ammo to move herself, and I think it could be fun. My friend Julian had a fun idea where maybe they replace the wall or add another structure she could make, just lean more into the builder idea. He suggested something like a ramp, maybe like a GTA ramp, where maybe you could give her team a speed boost or something, and they could get up to someplace. That could be something interesting or fun. Maybe like an alternative to Symmetra TP. Just a fun idea. Okay, the last character I'll be touching on is Junkrat. I think he's a little weak right now since they got rid of his combo with primary fire and a cock mine to get a kill. But it was a very intentional decision for them, so I could see them not adding it back in its old state and potency. However, with that being said, I think it'd be fine if they added it back and just made it so you had to like be super precise with the concussion mine to get a kill with a primary fire shot and a concussion mine. Like, look at this clip. I'm getting out of this. Oh, that should kill. That should kill. That should kill. I think the Mercy should have died here, but I can get why they would not want this to be something in the game. Projectile characters feel just a little weaker than their hit scan counterparts currently, and I think they can remedy that with just a few small tweaks without making a character Thanos again. Cool.